That's some binaural sounds that I've been listening to lately. That's supposed to help rewire your brain as I am deeply practicing visualization. Um, these are sounds that help to rewire your brain as you're visualizing things you want to manifest. Binaural sounds. So, embracing woo woo spirituality, where mysticism meets divine connection. When you hear the term woo woo, does it make you curious or does it make you skeptical? What do you feel when you hear the term woo woo? Well, today we're diving into the mystical side of spirituality and exploring how it beautifully intersects with divine connection. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Up Yourself Show. I am your host, Winsome Alexander. I am a self-empowerment mentor, been working with trauma survivors since 2008. What I do on the show, I do it to reach and help heal trauma survivors. I advocate for self-celebration, right? Because that's healing. It's a healing practice to big up yourself, celebrate yourself for your resilience. And I am now also a transformational guide, more specifically, a visualization guide. And I host visualization clinics to help us not only manifest material things, but become the very best of who we are or who we were meant to be. All right, so welcome back to the Big Up Yourself show, and let's get started. So woo woo spirituality is an exploration. By the way, if you're interested in anything that we do on this show, I invite you to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And please give us a thumbs up to support our work and leave a comment, please. I'm very interested to know what you think about woo woo. Okay, so woo woo is an exploration of the mystical and unseen aspects of life. Who isn't curious about that? You may think it's weird because of the negative connotations attached to it, but woo woo isn't something to fear. It's it really is a realm of possibility, guidance, and connection. It's where many people find God. And as I often say, it's where our spirit guides live, the spirit of our ancestors, the angels, if you believe in those. It's where our invisible help is. Our intuition is woo woo. It's the spiritual dimension of existence. So, woo woo is often used to describe spiritual practices that don't fit conventional frameworks. For example, energy healing, spirit guides, intuition, synchronicities, serendipities, maybe what some people would call coincidences, right? It's mysticism, which we also tend to misunderstand. But mysticism is often associated with spiritual insight, peace, and the sense of profound unity with all existence. And it can involve practices that cultivate inner growth, such as meditation, prayer, chanting, contemplation, or Asceticism, self-denial, like fasting, or say profound silence, right? Woo practices are often dismissed, but they actually are rooted in spiritual traditions, many of which align with Christian mysticism or other sacred teachings. And you might wonder, how do we say Christianity and mysticism in the same sentence? But Christianity is mystical. Some of the practices, they are mystical. Mysticism is about experiencing um, the divine in deeply personal or somewhat unconventional ways, you know? So, how do we bridge the gap though? How does woo woo intersect with divinity? We can connect it to Christian mysticism, you know. As we mentioned before, things like prayer or meditation, these are forms of seeking divine connection. And I was watching a video on YouTube last night titled Christian Mysticism. And I thought about how many people, hi Donna, hi my love. I thought about how many people would probably cringe or, you know, just feel some type of way at the term Christian mysticism. But I watched that video and I have linked it in the description box. And there are a lot of things about Christianity that are just mystical. You know, we have so many questions about them, things we can't quite explain. Hello. No. No, Donna. Woo woo is not another word for voodoo. Actually, let me see. Okay, so woo woo, you know, the word voodoo never crossed my mind as I was thinking about woo woo or preparing this talk today. Voodoo never entered my mind, but now that you mention it, because it is mystical and it is in the realm of the unseen, in the spirit world, you know, you could use any kind of spirituality for good or for bad, for dark or for light. What I'm focusing on is woo woo spirituality of light and love. So I don't know. I don't know if some people would probably call voodoo woo woo. Maybe it is. I don't know, but that's not my train of thought. That's not my thought process at all. Google says the word voodoo comes from the Fon language of West Africa, where it means spirit of God. Now imagine that. Imagine that. That's interesting. But anyway, let me present my perspective on woo woo, or what I have been studying so far. Okay. So we're talking about Christian mysticism, and like I said, the video is in the description. But I don't think I would. Oh, but I'm sure there are people who indulge in voodoo and would come on the internet and talk about it, but I wouldn't show up on the internet talking about voodoo. I don't know anything about it, and the same way, I guess, I can imagine people being curious and feeling weird about woo woo. It's the same way I feel weird about voodoo. So everything is on the open for us to explore. All right. So, anyway, being filled with the Holy Ghost, though, think about being filled with the Holy Ghost. Are any of you filled with the Holy Ghost? I am, or thought I was. right? While I was into the church, I experienced the whole filled with the Holy Ghost thing, right? So being filled with the Holy Ghost, running around the church, jumping up and down, wallowing on the floor, and doing the spiritual dancing in church is considered mystical to some cultures or other religions, right? So, I mean, don't you have questions about the whole phenomenon of speaking in tongues? I do. I've spoken in tongues, but I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Can I explain it? No, not really. It's absolutely woo woo. It's mystical. Mysticism is all around us. There are so many questions we don't have answer to. So many things that can't be fully explained. They're all kind of woo woo. Woo woo spirit guides are considered messengers or helpers from the spirit realm. Maybe you consider them as guardian angels. You hear stories every day about miraculous or supernatural things happening, people being guided by unseen forces. It's all woo woo. My dreams are often woo woo. My dreams are crazy accurate. Let me tell you, they can warn me. Most of my dreams are warnings, right? One time I was dating this someone and didn't know he was married, separated, but nevertheless married, and I didn't know. Well, I go to sleep one night and I have a dream of him wearing a wedding band. And so the thing rested on my spirit so much that the next day I asked him if he was married, and then the truth came out, right? That would be considered something kind of woo woo, that I would have a dream like that and be shown something in my dream like that. But other times my dreams just reveal things to me, like the time I was looking for my opal birthstone necklace that I had lost. Lost that necklace and had been looking for it for weeks, but I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't give up accepting that I had lost that necklace permanently. I kept looking for the necklace. I kept asking, where is the necklace? Where could it be? So I go to sleep one night and I had a dream that the necklace was in the back pocket of some jeans in my closet. I wake up the next morning, I remember the dream, and I was like, don't let me go and look in this back pocket in these jeans and find that necklace. Sure enough, I put my hand in the back pocket of the jeans in the closet, and there was the necklace. Girl, let me tell you, I'm still shaking to this day. When that happened, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Did I just dream where the necklace was and went and found the necklace? Yeah, my stories are, I should have been paying more attention to my stories all my life and to the mystical experiences that I continue to have. Right? So why don't you guys have any like unexplained things happening to you, any stories of mystical experiences that are like you can't explain how they happen, like they just blow your mind? Don't you all have any experiences like that with woo-woo spirituality? Let me know. Share. I'm here debunking misconceptions, addressing the stigmas of woo-woo spirituality, and some fears that it's dark or unholy. Many practices labeled as woo-woo are about light, love, and healing. Yes, you say, Prophet Mother says she does have those strange experiences. Write them down. Yeah. Write them down and start taking a look at them and see what they're teaching you, what they're showing you. So consider embracing woo-woo as a gift of connection with yourself and the divine. This realm invites us to connect with the divine in ways that expand our understanding of faith and spirituality. And exploring so-called woo-woo practices doesn't mean abandoning your existing beliefs. It's an invite to look beyond what you've learned and ask questions. That's the journey that I'm on right now. I am seeking and asking some questions beyond what I've always been taught. Because frankly, some of the things that I've been taught are beginning to not make any sense to me, but I never questioned them. And you've been taught not to question God and not to question the Bible, but I'm 100% sure that God does not mind you asking questions. God is the author of free will, and you are free to choose to believe what you want to believe and to question why you believe it and whether you should even believe it. When I was a believer, one day I was late for work and I was driving fast. I passed one car. Oh, let me put it on screen. I forgot that I could do that. I passed one car, still driving fast. I came on another car. Past that, still rushing to get to work. I came to another car. When I was a believer, one day I was late for work. Wow! So the license plate said, slow down. I tried to take a picture, but couldn't. Look at that. Driving fast. And then you come upon oh my gosh. You came up on a license plate that said, slow down. So I'm curious, when you saw that, did you make the connection that you were driving fast and that message was for you? And did you slow down after that? I'm curious to know. Yeah. And I would have you know that there's been a shift of woo-woo ideas from fringe to mainstream. What was once fringe is now on the frontier of science. Yes, I made the connection, and you see what I'm talking about? Now, you tell somebody that story, and that would be considered woo-woo. That's what I'm talking about. That's woo-woo stuff. So we've just been too narrow-minded about the term woo-woo. Woo-woo is just these mystical synchronicities and miraculous happenings, right? It's things that happen in the spirit realm. Like I said, it's where our spirit guides live. There was a guide, something guiding you that day for you to slow down. Okay? Because what did it save you from? We don't know. We don't know what it saved you from. Right? Driving so fast. So what was once fringe is now on the frontier of science. Woo-woo spirituality reminds us that the mystical and scientific don't have to be at odds. And they're really not at odds anymore. Right? They can work together to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe. And we don't need to be afraid of woo-woo. In fact, we can embrace it and use it to our benefit for deeper spiritual connection between ourselves and the divine. I had an evaluation with my supervisor. Before going into her office, I picked up a magazine to read. When I went into the office to discuss my performance review, she spoke of lies, hearsay, and I guess you're still talking. Still typing. Yeah, let's hear the rest of that, Donna. Let's hear the rest of that. So in historical context, though, woo-woo practices like meditation, energy healing, and visualization were once dismissed as pseudoscience or purely mystical. In the past, terms like spiritual energy and vibration were mocked as unscientific concepts. Okay, let's see the rest of the story. Rumors my co-workers said about me. I left the office fuming. When I looked at the cover of the magazine, the title said Blindsided. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm oh my God, girl, that's giving me freaking chills. That's giving me freaking chills. Now, if that ain't woo-woo, I don't know what is. If that ain't woo-woo, I don't know what else is. Blindsided. The spirit realm is completely aware of our experiences in this world. And they're there guiding us, and they're there teaching us and warning us. And it would serve us well to become more attuned to that realm, to those spirit guides, rather than dismissing them as hocus pocus, right? Dismissing the term woo-woo. Tune into these things. They'll make you stronger, right? Let's see. Okay. So we're talking about in the past, terms like spiritual energy and vibration were mocked as unscientific concepts, but now have mainstream appeal. Over the last few decades, these practices have gained credibility and widespread acceptance, with even corporate leaders, athletes, and celebrities endorsing them. Our ancestors knew these things. It's how they existed before us. And they were very dependent on the divine and mysticism to survive. We lost touch along the way down through the centuries, but now we are returning to divine consciousness and embracing all the woo-woo as helpful to our development. Hey, Mara. Hey, girl. Yes. And Donna says, I agree with your comment about the spirit realm. Absolutely. It's very active. It's very alive. We better be conscious of that. The spirit realm is very much present and very much active. And wellness trends have made practices like mindfulness and sound healing, made it fashionable and respected. I had a guest on the show one day that emanated sounds from her mouth as a way of divine communication. Oh, I forgot I was going to put the video in the description. I must remember to add it when I finish this live. Let me tell you something. Let me make a note here to add it to the live. Okay, to add it to the description. Yeah, she was on the show here and she was making all these sounds from her mouth. And that was her way. Like some of it sounded like animal sounds. And one time she was like, woo, 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 woo. Oh my God, it was amazing. And mystical things, right? Things that we would consider woo woo. And then you have energy healing practices like Reiki and acupressure. Long considered fringe, they're now recognized in integrated medicine. Research even suggests biofields or energy patterns may play a role in healing, though they're not yet fully understood, right? Donna says, I left religion and being a believer in 22, and since then, I am not connected to my intuition or spirit sense. Now, when you say a believer, you mean believer in God, believer Christian, or And now, what do you do? What do you practice for spirituality? Or have you just abandoned your spirituality? Where are you on your journey? Okay. So there's increased acceptance in healthcare and mental wellness. Thinking about holistic and integrative medicine, hospitals now integrate yoga, mindfulness, and energy healing into patient care. So now spiritual care is recognized as essential for holistic healing in medical settings. Drop a comment if you have practiced any of the wellness trends that could be considered weird or out there. Energy healing, Reiki, acupressure, sound healing, any of these so-called out there practices. Drop a comment and let me see if you've tried any of these. Okay. I had a friend staying with me because she was experiencing hardship. I had a dream about an argument with her. In the dream, I saw a white man. That day, I woke up to my friend and I had an argument that physical, and she called the police and the white sheriff showed up. Whoa. Wow. Donna, you be having the experiences, girl. You be having the experiences. So I'm curious to know where you are in your spiritual journey now. Have you abandoned spirituality completely, or have you just decided that let's see, a believer in God as heavily in Baptist church? Oh, you are heavily in Baptist church. Oh, you are a believer in God. Okay. So you are a believer in God, that you are heavily in the Baptist church. Wow! You've abandoned spirituality completely? But how can you when you're getting these signs from the other world? You're getting the signs from the other world. Ooh. But how do you stay connected? How do you? So now you just believe in yourself and nothing beyond yourself? I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so, oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know that one could exist without believing in any, without connecting with anything spiritually, any kind of spiritual connection. I thought, I guess I always believed that everyone was connected in some kind of way to the spirit realm, whatever their connection was, whatever the religion, whatever the belief, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of someone that didn't have a connection to outside of themselves. That's pretty interesting. All right. So yeah, scientific studies validate woo-woo practices, right? Meditation and mindfulness that were once considered new age are now backed by science. Studies show that meditation and mindfulness can rewire the brain, reduce stress, and improve focus and overall well being. And let me tell you something. I once thought mindfulness was bogus, but the very first day I tried it, encouraged by my therapist, it changed my brain immediately. I promise you, I used to have a sensation in my brain of chaos and cross wires. Like every time I went to do something, every time I thought about doing something, it was like this happening in my brain right around this area. And the first day I tried mindfulness, I have not experienced that thing again since. rewired my brain just like that. Okay? So these things that we're learning about how to retrain the brain, how to rewire the brain, these things work. They are real. Okay? Then there's visualization and manifestation, which I teach. I teach visualization and manifestation in the We Are Creators Visualization Clinic. And you're going to want to attend this clinic. I'm telling you, it's something else. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit, though. But visualization techniques used in woo-woo circles are supported by neuroscience, which shows that imagining an action activates similar regions in the brain as performing it. So the same reactions that occur in the brain when you imagine things is the same as when you're actually living it. Your brain doesn't know the difference. Athletes and executives use these techniques to boost performance and achieve goals. So when you visualize a goal or an outcome you desire, your brain thinks it's real and then does what brains do to help bring it to pass. And quantum physics and woo-woo concepts, the whole energy and vibration study, the idea that everything is energy, which is a core concept in woo-woo spirituality, is supported by quantum physics. It's as if the spirit has left my soul, mind, and body. It hasn't left, though. I think you have abandoned it, but it hasn't abandoned you. It's there. It's there. You should tap into it. How do you function without tapping in, without being guided by something? So you don't believe that you're being guided by something? What do you do with the... Oh, so you say you don't... Okay, because you're tuned out, you don't recognize the messages anymore. And you don't recognize that you have company. Girl, you are not alone. Whether you want to recognize it or not, you are not alone. Quantum entanglement. There's a term for you. Quantum entanglement and the observer effect point to the interconnectedness of all things and the impact of intention or observation on reality. Visualization. You can dismiss woo-woo if you want to, but I suggest you embrace it for a deeper connection with yourself and the divine universe. Now, see, even if you don't want to embrace spirituality to be connected to the universe, you do want to be connected to yourself, right? You do want a deeper relationship with yourself. You do want to get to know who you are, who you were meant to be, what you're here for, what you're supposed to be contributing to this party. You were invited as a special guest to this party. So why was that? Why? Yeah. So, and then you have psychedelic research, which plays a role in woo-woo spirituality acceptance too. Psychedelic therapies, once relegated to hippie culture, are now studied for mental health treatment. Research at leading institutions like Johns Hopkins and Imperial College explores how these substances like psilocybin and ayahuasca can induce mystical experiences, promoting healing and help patients feel a profound connection to the universe. Woo-woo addresses trauma healing too, by the way. Practices like breath work and sound therapy are gaining tractions as tools to address trauma and emotional healing, supported by psychological research. I'm glad you're going into this. Very interesting. Yeah, girl. If nothing else we do on the Big Up Yourself show, we're going to come with some interesting topics. We're going to come with some interesting topics, child. So, why science is finally catching up? Technology and research. They can't deny it any longer. There's no denying it. The truth is out. Advances in brain imaging, quantum science, and psychophysiology provide tools to measure effects that were previously merely anecdotal. And as a result, there's been a cultural shift and an increased openness to exploring consciousness and spirituality. And this has encouraged scientific inquiry into areas that were once dismissed. So now you have collaborative research where scientists, psychologists, and spiritual practitioners are now working together to study these practices more rigorously. So now you can explore mysticism safely and authentically. Here are some simple practical tips, right? If you want to start exploring mysticism, start small. Start with mindfulness meditations and journaling and noticing synchronicities. Like how Donna noticed the magazine when she went and had the talk with the boss, and then the magazine said blindsided. And then how she had the dream about the Caucasian officer showing up. Yeah. Synchronicities. These things like these seem miraculous or providential, seem like providential occurrences, like coincidences. But approach mysticism with an open heart and discerning mind, and focus on practices that align with your values and that resonate with your sense of the divine. If you're looking for some simple meditations, by the way, and journaling prompts, a friend of mine who is a brilliant therapist offers beautiful meditations on her YouTube channel. She's here, as a matter of fact, in the chat today. Matter of fact, that's her right there on the screen, Prophet Mother. Her channel is called Prophet Mother Guided Journaling and Meditations. A link to her channel is in the description box. If you're looking for some simple, beautiful, calming meditations, I used one just before I came on the show because I promise you I was having some anxiety. Do I look like I'm anxious right now? No. I did one of her meditations and it calmed me down. It soothed me, right? So that's something simple that's would be considered woo-woo, but it works. And then look for a community so you don't feel isolated in your exploration, and seek guidance from a trusted guide. Thank you. Of course, more meditations. Yes, yes. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We need them. We need them. Just when you think you might not have something to offer, or who's going to benefit from what you offer, then you turn around and you get a testimonial from somebody that benefited from something that you offered. So anyway, so you know, it would be helpful for you to seek out a guide. For example, my visualization clinic, where a group of us meet to practice visualization and visualizing the outcomes we want for our personhood and for our life. We do a lot of deep spiritual work in the clinic, you guys. It's something that you want to experience. Yes, some of it is woo-woo. And there were a few sisters who were a little nervous or apprehensive about the clinic, but afterwards they were glad to have attended. We witnessed some remarkable breakthroughs, remarkable breakthroughs. Um, there's an invite to the clinic in the description box. Oh my gosh, you're going to want to experience that. And click the link and then read up some more information about the clinic and read what some of the attendees had to say about the clinic. And after that, you want to attend too. So I've used visualization to manifest some amazing things in my life. I told the story where I manifested a home when I had no credit, no money, and only a part-time job. There was no way I should have closed on that house, but I did because I visualized owning that house. I would sit across the street on the sidewalk every night and imagine myself in the house. I just had to have it. I've used visualization to heal my body and heal emotional pain. Yes, call it woo-woo if you want to. Now, here's the thing. You are a creator, right? You are co-creator with the universe of everything in your life. And because you don't know this, and you don't know how to effectively use visualization, you create messes. You create a mess in your life, girl. You're confused, stagnant, discouraged, out of alignment with your original self and the original intent for your life. And my visualization clinic will help you get back on track. If you don't know how to set goals so you can manifest things, you learn that in the clinic. Going to watch the replay. Very interesting. I believe in God, but I'm also into spirituality. So, okay. So, God is a spirit. God operates in the spirit world, in the spirit realm, right? So, if you believe in God, then you are spiritual. Anyway, okay. And when you practice visualization together in a group such as the Visualization Clinic, each participant's energy is amplified, allowing collective focus and shared intention to deepen your own experience. The clinic experience is deeply transformative, and you'll come away with lasting empowerment that will change you and change your life. And I guess I'm talking about the clinic right here now. How did we get here so fast? The purpose of the clinic is to empower participants to tap into their creative potential by using visualization techniques to manifest their personal goals and heal from past limitations. Through guided exercises, mindset shifts, and goal setting strategies, participants will gain the tools to transform their inner vision into actionable reality, fostering self-love, emotional release, and a lasting empowerment. This is a space to foster deep connection and growth. We create a safe, supportive space where you can connect with yourself, with others, and the universe on a transformative journey. And then why do we call it a clinic? It's a practical rather than just theoretical, and it's meant to be transformational in an atmosphere of deep healing and focused support so lasting individualized change can take place. This collaborative energy of creativity is an important part of the clinic, so you could do some of these things at home by yourself, but here you're among like-minded individuals. Gathering in a visualization clinic amplifies each participant's energy, allowing collective focus and shared intention to deepen individual experiences, enhance creative flow, and foster mutual support. This creates a powerful space where the strength of the group elevates everyone's journey beyond what might be possible alone. Let's see. Prophet Mother said, Winsome's clinic gave me a fresh perspective and some really powerful tools to tap into my inner potential. Let me tell you, the things that people are saying about this clinic, there is one word, one overarching word: transformative. The clinic is transformative. You will not leave the same as you came. It is worth taking this journey. Okay. Attend the clinic and start the new year with clarity and focus. The next clinic is scheduled for January 14 at 3 p.m. CST. The link to get more information and to register is in the description box. Early birds will be rewarded with a $50 discount, and the early bird special will run through January 5. The price goes up on January 6, so don't wait. Register now. Register early because there's a list of preparation materials you will need to gather, as you want to give yourself enough time to gather those materials. So I want to invite you guys to share your thoughts or your experiences with woo-woo spirituality in the comments. Share your thoughts. Let me know what sort of serendipitous things have happened in your life, or dreams you have dreamed, or miracles you've witnessed. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. I am going to cover woo-woo. I'm going to make this a short series. So I have a few more episodes that I'm going to do on the topic of woo-woo, divinity, mysticism, right? Right? Opportunities for deeper exploration. I want to explore woo-woo some more and bring you my thoughts and see how you feel about it. I want to share the works of scientists and spiritualists whose work have greatly impacted us through their research and knowledge, and I'll share with you. Let's see. I tend to spend a lot of time in my head, so this experience was refreshingly different. Yes. I don't have dreams. No, I've never heard of that. I thought everybody dreamed. I have never heard of what? Who else doesn't have dreams? Who else doesn't have dreams? Girl, now you made me want to go dig up and see why some people don't dream. Is it because you don't sleep? Do you not get to the realm? Do you not get to the REM cycle of sleeping where dreams occur? Oh my gosh, I've heard that all people have dreams, but I swear I don't. I have never heard of that. She said, I get my deep sleep. So what? You be that knocked out, you are completely checked out of the spirit realm, that you're fast, and when you go to sleep, you sleep, huh? Girl, I gotta check that out. Donna says she doesn't have dreams anymore. How come I have a dream every single night, several dreams? Sometimes my dream is all night. If I could remember all the dreams that lately I've been dreaming movies, not movies that I've seen, movies that are playing in my head like I'm watching movies is what I've been dreaming. And like, if I could remember, I would have movie scripts. Sometimes I have movies with narration. All through the movie, there's a voice narrating the movie. Girl, let me tell you something. My dream life is very active. Very active. There's all kinds of things going on in my dreams, child. Whew. And there was a time when I would remember them more. I don't remember them as well these days. But if it's something that's supposed to warn me, like a few months ago, I dreamt that I was walking down the street with a male friend of mine, and I think it was like two men came up and they murdered him. I didn't want to say that word. I didn't know how else to say it. So I wake up disquieted in my spirit, and I text and I said, "Are you okay? I had a dream." He said he was walking down the street and he got knocked over by a truck. A truck came and knocked him, hit him. Yeah, and he had to go to the hospital and all this kind of stuff. I was like, wow. Wow. Anyway, so embracing woo woo spirituality is about opening your heart to new ways of connecting with the divine while staying rooted in love and light. Explore in a way that feels safe and meaningful. Explore. So, yeah, check out the woo woo, check out the spirit realm. Tune into the spirit realm. Tune into what's going on in your spirit. Tune into your spirit guides. Tune into the little messages and serendipities that happen in your life. Tune in so you can develop a deeper connection with yourself, if for no other reason, right? Um, so I want to thank you for showing up this evening. I want to thank you for participating in the conversation. Let me see. I used to have downloads in my yes, that would happen, or how to do things, but nothing since abandoning religion and spirituality. Yeah, you tuned out. You tuned out, sis. I wonder why though. I wonder what made you tune out completely like that. Wow. I saw the manifestation of the downloads. See, and you know what's you know what I'm feeling? I'm sensing. I'm sensing that because I've been noticing you. I've been noticing you and I've been like curious about you and I've sensed about you that you are deeply spiritual. You just have abandoned your spirituality, but you are deeply spiritual. And you turn your back on that, but it has not turned its back on you, girl. It has not turned its back on you, and it's waiting for you to come back and connect with it. Oh my God. If you, not everybody can say they used to receive downloads. And if you used to receive them, you can receive them again and use them for good. Yes. Yes. I know, right? I appreciate how openly Donna is sharing her. Man, listen, Donna's comments have gotten my attention whenever she has come for the past couple of months or so that she has been either on the live or she's commented when I post something in my community. Her comments are like, so they are deeply spiritual, even though now she's saying that she abandoned spirituality, but I have connected with her comments, right? She's a deep person. She's a deep thinker. So she might have abandoned it, but it has not abandoned her. And she says, great conversation, Winsome. Yes, yes, we do that here on the Big Up Yourself show. And she says, I'll have to speak to you personally about what happened. Girl, I'm all ears. I would love to know. I would love to know. This has been good. This has been good. I am so glad your sister showed up today. See, it doesn't take a big crowd, you know. It doesn't take a big crowd. Alicia Renese! Religion often gets in the way. And so that's the truth. And so, oh my God, it's almost like, how do I say this? Okay, let me just say I'm searching and I'm questioning, because the things that I was taught, the things that we are taught as we are growing up. Happy Sunday! Just getting back home from the holidays. I'm so excited to catch the replay. Girl, it was something else. It was something else up in here in woo-woo land. It was something. But I don't know if I've completely abandoned everything that I've been taught, but I'm questioning. And a lot of it does not make sense to me anymore. It just does not make sense. And even though, there's this whole idea of faith, because you can't explain it, you can't see it, feel it, touch it, and what have you, but that's why it's faith. Some of the stuff just it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And so, for example, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. I can't believe I'm going to say this on the internet. I do not anymore believe that there is a man up in the sky sitting on a throne named God that's pulling all the strings and whatnot. Not. That's all I'm going to say about that for now, because I'm still questioning, I'm still learning, I'm still trying to figure out how to say what I'm thinking. Okay? All right. So, for the longest time, I used to have an issue with people who would talk about, oh, the universe, instead of saying God. But I think I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. So now I say the universe more than I say God. And I think I have a handle on how what the devil is, how the devil operates. Because it came to me years and years and years ago that the devil, I said to myself one day, what if the devil is nothing more than a negative thoughts? Years and years and years ago, that came to me. And then about a year or so ago, or maybe two, I came across the book Outwitting the Devil. And let me tell you, y'all need to read that book, Outwitting the Devil. And it was written by Napoleon Hill way back in 1938 or 1939, way back when. And the things that he was talking about are like things that are kind of happening now. But the way that the devil was expressed in that book is the same way it came to my mind, that how the devil operates. So I have a handle on how I think the devil operates. And so if God is supposed to be the opposite force, if the devil is our thoughts, then what is God? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of stuck there. I'm kind of stuck there questioning, trying to understand. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, I question and research, which resulting in abandoning. Okay, so all right, I can understand how you have abandoned, right? Completely. But I can't see myself completely abandoning spirituality, because I do believe in the spirit realm. I absolutely do. I absolutely believe in the unseen realm. Yeah, check out the book. It's called Outwitting the Devil. Yeah, yeah. I read the other one too. What was the other book he did? The other popular one. Anyway, but Outwitting the Devil. Y'all need to give that one a check out. All right, you guys. So if you just joining us, go and watch the replay and leave a comment. Let me know what your feelings are about woo-woo and spirituality. And until next time, Donna, we will talk. My email is in the description box. Email me if you want to talk one-on-one. Let's talk, sister. And until next time, big up yourself. Yay, Alicia Renise. Alicia, you know what I was watching today? I was watching our February Valentine's special today. I was like, wow, that was so cool. I was watching that today, sis. All right. Bye, guys. You're welcome.